Welcome back to Confident Conversations with Fana and John.
Hey,
Ocho Garcia, baby.
you know how we do.
How you been there, bro?
Been very well.
Good.
Been very well. Yeah. Gracias a Dios. Everything's going as well as can be.
So I was just saying to you that we've known each other for 15 years or so.
Yeah.
Spanish cool vibes.
Spanish school vibes. For those that don't believe, Spanish school vibes. I get a lot of people doubting me. I went to Spanish school a long part of my life, you know. A long part.
100%. Where was it? Leighton.
Yeah, so basically, no, for me, I started Spanish school when I was like 10. I started in Gabriel Garcia Marquez in Elephant. And then from there, I went over. That's when I met you. I got there when I was like 15.
Okay.
I can't remember what that one was called, but yeah, that was Leytonstone.
Okay.
That's where we met.
100%. See, the funny thing with you is, when I met you, I didn't feel any certain way.
Yeah.
I never felt judged. I never felt like I was being treated any different to one of the boys. So it used to be you, me, Chris, Brian, and I can't remember his name.
What, Santi?
No, Thingy's sister. Thingy's brother. Olga's the one.
Oh, Daniel.
Daniel. It's been a long time since
Shout out the gang.
But you always made me feel like one of the boys. It was never any different.
Come on, bro.
And we spoke about this a little bit on the live. But yeah, you always made me feel welcome. Where did that sort of come from? Because I could have just been anyone, and you let me in. And
yeah. To be honest, for me, like I believe everyone, not just maybe me personally, I believe everyone is molded a certain way as they start growing. So as they're growing, their parents teach them certain morals, certain ways of being. Me personally, my mum always taught me to never discriminate. That was one of the biggest things. Whether a person couldn't talk, disabilities like not being able to talk, not being able to see, or a person in a wheelchair, like all of these things. So I kind of grew up being very understanding of what was around me and who was around me.
Yeah.
And yeah, bro, I honestly done it because I always like to include people. I would try and put myself in people's shoes. For instance, I would see myself like, how would I feel if I was to be, because I've been in them positions as well where you go into a certain room and you're not accepted.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel nice. You feel a certain way. You think, what have I done? When you haven't even said a thing. You just walked into the room and already you feel segregated.
I think you feel like an outcast.
Yeah.
You feel like, okay, I'm going to walk into this room. And I think this is a big reason that we were speaking about earlier, that I don't really go out to discotecas or clubs or anything like this.
Yeah.
But you feel like an outcast. I've gone out a couple of times, I'm not going to lie. But I don't get up and dance, I don't really do anything. I sing, I drink.
That's more than enough.
100%. But you know what it is when people come and go, let's dance. And they're like, I don't dance.
I'll pass on that one, thank you.
Yeah, they're like, okay, why the hell are you here?
Yeah. I understand. But like I was saying to you, everyone has a different way of being, and I understand that. Everyone has different likes and dislikes. We can't all have the same like, because if we did, it'd be a boring world to be in. Do you know what I mean? The difference between everyone is what makes this world so interesting, I would say.
I'm going to tell you a secret that you don't know.
A little secret, yeah?
A long time ago, you invited me to La Taberna. Do you remember this?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I invited you to a few different places, but yeah.
Yeah, so you invited me to La Taberna. I think it was the first time you invited me out. And I said to you, I was going to go, and then I sort of cancelled to you last minute. I did go that night, but we drove around and there was police everywhere. So we turned back.
What's going on?
I heard that night that the window got raided. So I was like, yeah, I'm good.
To be honest, I've never been in a club that's been raided before. So in that circumstance, maybe I didn't end up going to La Taberna. Maybe it was something different. I don't know. But I've never been in a club where I've seen fucking SWAT police come through and knock the whole thing down. No, never. So
Yeah.
maybe I'd gone. Maybe I don't know. I literally can't even remember, bro. I've invited you
That
so many
was
times.
time ago, man. But yeah, that's why I don't go. I feel like it's not my vibe. I'm more of like a ranchera type of guy. Tomar aguardiente, ron. But for me to be up there and dancing, it's not my vibe.
I hear you, bro. I hear you. Like I say, I respect everyone's likes and dislikes. We're all different.
100%.
That's how it is. Not all of my friends, not all of them like clubbing. You know, some of them they'd rather have like the more relaxed vibes with all of us just chilling, talking, playing FIFA, whatever it is we're all doing, just chilling though. And then there's others that like going out more. You know what I'm saying? Let's get into the club scene. Let's be out there. Me personally, I like it. I enjoy it. Yeah. But also the career I'm trying to go down entails that nightlife, because I'm going to be performing. It's going to be, you know what I mean? So I have to also, in a way, be able to hack it. Do you know what I mean? I have to be able to be there and be able to I can do this. It's not a problem.
Oh, 100%. I think if it's what you're going for and it's your passion and, and you're performing and whatever, then 100%. But o sea, yo apoyo a todo el mundo. That's always been my vibe. It's always been what I do.
Always.
Because I was never supported with my dreams when I was younger. I get it now though. They weren't realistic.
They weren't realistic.
But they weren't realistic in the sense of, you know, I wanted to do this, I wanted to do that. Now I'm in the era where I can actually do and actually live what I want to do, which is this.
Yeah.
I could want to be a footballer.
You want to be a footballer, yeah?
I wanted to be a footballer. I wanted to be
That's not impossible, though. That's not actually impossible. Is it? Like, I always see it as any dream, however far you see it, there's always a way. Do you know what I mean? I honestly feel that. And you weren't going to be like, for instance, if you were to play football, you wouldn't be playing football, say, with like the normal squads. Do you understand it?
With the disabled squads.
That's what I'm saying. But 100%. You would still be able to have the ability to play, of course.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Do you know what I mean? So it's not impossible.
It isn't, but for me, so when I had that career dream, it was always about the money.
Okay.
So
it was the glory that came with the money and stuff like that. Yeah.
Every career I've ever wanted has always been about the money.
Yeah. So
basketball I've always loved. Forensic science, I've loved the investigation part. Footballer.
That's a good career.
Just the money. But this isn't about the money for me. This is just about getting to know people.
This is passion, bro.
Having discussions.
This is a lovely setup you have here, by the way.
Thank you.
Shout out Confident Conversations. This is a lovely setup.
Appreciate it. I will say, okay, from the John that I knew back then to the John now, you have grown up a lot.
I know, bro. I know. I have still.
Not that same John that I knew where we used to go out to the park.
Yeah, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Life changes you. You know, like you know what's crazy? Like I try and explain this sometimes to my friends. I'll say to them, "You didn't know what I was like. You know, I was actually on a completely different wave as to what I am right now because they see me so relaxed and so like with it. They think, oh yeah, that's about the thing is they don't realize I was actually." It's different. I matured a lot. You know what it is? You start to grow. You go through different experiences. And if you don't take from that and don't actually learn, it just becomes an L. So you just keep on taking. It becomes like a repetitive cycle, I suppose. You know what I mean?
Does it though?
I feel like there were certain things that would happen to me all the time until I understood. And then once I understood and kind of didn't go down that approach, it stopped happening.
I'm thinking more of like your uni route, because we used to talk a lot back then. We don't speak a lot now.
Yeah.
But we're still friends, we're still parceros.
Oh, yeah.
That doesn't change, and
siempre.
No matter how long we sort of stop talking, we know we've got each other's backs.
100%. 100%, bro.
And if I'm not mistaken, you at uni didn't do too well, but I never knew you wanted to go down the music route.
Okay.
It wasn't until I met you a couple of years later when you were like, I'm doing music. Me, you, and Jose went out. I remember that day so perfectly. And they were like, "Oh, you don't know. I'm doing music now." I was like, "Jeez."
Oh yeah. I actually remember that day. In Jubilee Park. Was that I think we ended up going Jubilee, or was that before?
No, we went
a different one.
We might have gone Jubilee Park, and then we went to your friend's house to watch. I want to say it's a World Cup match or a match. In particular, it was that day.
Yeah. For me, to be honest, like I would say this is something I would tell everyone, like something I can recommend people watching us right now. I always feel like if you have a passion for something, whatever it is, like, as long as you have a passion and you like and you enjoy doing it, always try your best to be the best in that passion. Because there's nothing better than getting paid for doing what you love.
Yeah.
So for me, I listened a lot to my parents, and my parents wanted me to have a certain job, and they saw me in a certain career.
Is it a Latin parent thing?
Yeah. Definitely, 100%. So it'd make me question what I wanted to do and really kind of go down the route that it would be more what they wanted. So when I was in uni, I didn't really I was there. Yes, I'm good. To be honest, I'm good when it comes to studies and stuff like that. But I didn't have that discipline because I didn't have the love for the uni. And then my mum and dad actually split up in uni.
Okay.
So this is something not a lot of people know. But that caused me to go into like a spiral of like confusion, and then I went into depression.
Okay.
So that's what I was like in a dark space when I was in uni because of these reasons.
Yeah.
I wasn't used to. I'd never gone through something like that where my mum and dad actually broke up, and so yeah, bro, it wasn't the greatest. And I would say music is what actually helped me in my darkest times.
Okay. That's fair. That's a fair sort of what do you call it? It's a fair assessment, and I love that music got you out. And music does get you out of a lot of feelings, and it makes you focus on other things.
Yeah, 100%.
But so I never knew you went through that. I knew your parents broke up. It was something that was spoken about in Spanish school.
Yeah, of course.
Of course, se sabe como son los latinos, son chismosos y hablan y, saben la realidad. But I never knew how much you struggled back then. I didn't really know what you were going through. And it's mad because people go through things, but you don't really know what they're going through. It's just, you're seeing them like every day and they're like, "Hey, how are you?"
Yeah, and it's all good. Okay? All good. Yeah.
And you're the same John that's always been there.
Yeah. So basically, the thing about me as well is that I didn't like. I'm a happy person. I'm positive. I'm always like alegre, recocha, me gusta. So I don't want to come into an environment where I'm already feeling a certain way and then make everyone else kind of feel that way. And then by kind of, now I see it the opposite. See, that was another part of my maturity.
Yeah.
Because before I would keep it to myself, I'd boil it all up, and then I'd just put a persona out where I was happy all the time and it was all good and my life was good. But going through that alone and actually experiencing my experience, and then it wasn't the greatest, like, because I'd be happy now, but as soon as I'd get home, it'd be a different story. Like, you'd kind of be upset again. You'd feel like, shit, I'm alone. I want to be around people all the time. Whereas now I see it, if I'm around people that I love, I should be able to express how I'm feeling. I should be able to tell them, look, I'm going through this. Yeah, like, I love you, I trust you. Like, what do you think? Because more times than none, the person, if they're true, and if they do have that loyalty and friendship towards you, they're gonna help you, one way or another. They're gonna help you.
100%. But I think if you're around the wrong people, and I'm not saying you are or you have been ever, but if you're around the wrong people and you don't know, they're gonna use that weakness against you.
Exactly.
So it's a case of, how do you know who the right people are?
That's a good question, man. That's a good question.
So, and I'll be honest, I've never felt that way. I've never felt I've been around the right people until 2020 when I started this. And people believed in me from the very beginning with what I was doing and what I was sort of going through. But before then, I never knew about that community. I never knew about what a community was or what friendships were. The only friends I think I had were you and Christy, who's one of my oldest friends, 15 years as well. But I never knew what friendship was, if I'm being honest. I always felt alone.
Okay, I didn't.
That's something
I didn't know that either. I felt like, you know what it is as well? Because I saw you as well, so happy, like me, like that persona you put on. It was like we were both talking to each other's personas, as opposed to talking to each other during these moments. But yeah, man, I did like, I thought, because I also saw you a lot with your family, and I thought, you know, you have this perspective of what you see. Not necessarily. That's why I say all the time, like, you need to ask people, like, how are you? And even if they respond, yeah, I'm okay, just ask them one more time. No, seriously, how are you? Like, it's okay. I feel like, coming back to the question you said, how do you know when someone's actually real? Yeah. Like, truly real. For me personally, I like to say I know when someone's with me, when we go through certain things in our lives, when we have certain experiences that test, let's say, our friendship. Yeah. And then to see the outcome of that, it will give you an idea of, like, for instance, you have a lot of friends, yeah? You have, like, say you have 10 friends. Out of these 10 friends, you know, you're always going out with them, there's a big group. The day you need money, let's say, for instance, you have no money, you're broke, you call up one of them, he'll say no. The other one will say no. Yeah. More times than none, all these 10 will probably say no to you. Because these 10 are only there for the good times, not the bad times. Whereas for me, I prayed for it. I literally prayed to God for a new life, like just a whole change. And of a life for me, God's been there from the start, bro. It's just been it's been a blessing that to have lived life in a certain way and then understand it a certain way. But for me, for like the friends I have around me, I've experienced a lot of stuff for them to know, like, we've gone through it. Like, we're here for each other, and then just seeing that and understanding. Sometimes just reading the room, or even just how you feel around them when you're with them. Because you might be friends for ages. Yeah. But there's a certain feeling that you get every time you see him. Although it's happiness, there's something telling you, like, a bit uncertain. Yeah. That feeling, that's your, that stomach feeling you get, that's your instinct trying to tell you something. And I don't feel that around the people I'm with now. Yeah. I feel at ease, I feel happy. As soon as I see them, we're working, we're in mode. It's always like we have the same goal. You know, so it's like we're working towards something together. And that's the best way of explaining that question, because in reality, you have to go through a lot of stuff to understand and to actually learn how to read people and learn different personalities. Yep. And you start to learn after a while. You'll be like, okay, this guy's got this personality. This one's got this one. So you start understanding a bit more how the world works.
Oh, 100%. And I think the thing with you is I've always seen you as a positive guy.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate that.
I am. I've always seen you as a positive guy. A bit into your style, I'm not gonna lie. But having fun, having a laugh. You've always known what you've wanted to do, in the sense of, okay, I want to do this, let's go get it. I want to do music. I think it was 10 years ago you told me. Since then, I've not seen you quit. Music, you've gone for it. You've improved massively. I'll give you that. One of your songs I still play quite a lot. Yeah? Yeah.
Which one's that?
Sigwaki?
Oh, yeah.
That song is on a replay at the minute.
Thank you, bro.
But yeah, I've always seen you as a positive guy. I think that's why I've connected with you. The scene at the minute I'm very close to. But it's difficult. It's difficult to know. So I've had people ask me for money. But because I've had bad experiences, I'll straight up say no.
Yeah. Sometimes it's actually better to have that kind of way of being in place. Yeah. Just with everyone. Just don't discriminate. Just say, I just don't do it personally. I just don't lend money because of the experiences I've had. Yeah. Nothing personal. It's just me. So then it kind of takes off. Because to be honest, lending money is not... You have to trust in the person a lot.
It's not great.
You know, it's not a nice feeling when you're having to ask them. No. Or when you're having to... when they disappear on you and you're just there like, well, where's this guy?
You know what it is? I've flirted with a lot of women. I would say that. I have flirted with a lot of women. and they haven't reciprocated.
Mm-hmm.
But then as soon as they need money, they're like, "Hey Juan, how are you? How you been? I'm here in so and so, and I need like 20 quid to get home." And I'm like, we haven't spoken in like 6 months, a year, 2 years, and your first question is, "Can I have money?" That's what annoys me, and I've had that 3 times now.
No way.
Yeah, so I'm like, I'm a bit
They're trying to test you. They're trying to test you.
100%. There's only one person I've given money to, and I love her to bits. Let's leave it at that.
Yeah. Let's leave it at that.
But yeah, it's just a case of trusting the person. And
yeah.
There's a lot of people who I don't trust just because of they disappear on you and then they come back and be like, "Hey, remember we used to be friends, we used to speak."
Yeah.
Let me
Los interesados, llegando. And that's I'm not gonna lie to you, that's gonna happen to you more and more and more. The more you progress, the more, the bigger you start getting, the bigger the interviews, the more people that will start appearing again, and that's just how life is. That's when you gotta know the difference.
Yeah.
100%. That's when you gotta know the difference.
100%. But I think now I can sort of see the real people rather than the fakes. And I can tell who's genuine and who isn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you say you got to that point?
Just through progression. For me, so yo empecé esta carrera, este camino. 2020. It was March, April 2020.
Yeah.
And I remember just asking one of the people who were doing lives, "Can you read my blog?" And for me, it was just about, can I make it in the Latin community? It wasn't about, am I good at it, am I not? It was just to see if I get a response.
Yeah.
The person that sent it to didn't respond immediately. He responded within a day, and I was like, no response. Damn. But she responded, and it was great. And the interaction was great. So I think for me, having her support for me meant a lot because she's big in the Latin scene.
Okay.
And I think from there I sort of got to know people and got to know a lot of different styles of people.
Yeah.
Some people I just don't like, some people I do, and I sort of try and stay away, and I'm not going to be a hypocrite and invite them on because they've got followers and
And no,
so
of course.
And with some people, I've got my management now and he's great and I trust him 100%. But the people I've met because of the first person have been amazing. They've been there for me, and I can message them tomorrow saying, "Hey, look, I'm having difficulty." And they'll reply straight away and they'll be like,
"Lovely.
Hey Juan, have you tried this? Or let's try this and this." And for me, that's amazing because I've never had that. I've never had that support. So I know sort of who I can trust just from learning people and
of course,
and learning the journey.
That's good. It's important to have that. It's important to have a support system in anything you do. This is why I always say, so for me personally, with my kids, I always try and push them to do what they enjoy to do. So I'm going to try and take what I learned from my mum and implement something that I think is important, which is any goals you have to go for them. No matter what it is, it's not impossible. You got to put your mind to it, discipline yourself, and get a team. That's the hard bit. See, the hard bit is actually finding people that are like-minded and have the same drive. That's the hard bit. But once you get past that hurdle of actually networking, you, for instance, like you told me that you started getting more into Latin scene and stuff. But I see you at a lot of events. We don't even talk to each other, but we see each other at the event.
Yeah.
Do you see what I mean? So that shows me that you are trying to network. You're trying to get actually yourself in there. So for me, that's important.
You know what that is? That isn't me networking. Like for me, going to these events, it's supporting the people that supported me.
Okay.
Because that for me is important. I don't like people going, I'm going to support him, but he's not going to support me.
Yeah.
That's a bit of a dickhead move. I don't like that. So I will progressively force myself to go to these events and go be like, I'm gonna go support. I'm gonna go show them the respect and support. And if I can't go, I'll let them know that I can't go.
Yeah.
But it's not me trying to be like, yeah, you're supporting me, but I'm not gonna support you back.
Of course.
That for me is so important for me to be a mutual supporter to them.
You're basically reciprocating
Yeah.
the support they give you.
Yeah.
And that's important. That's very important.
100%.
Definitely when you're trying to do.
And that for me is so important. But I end up networking with other people out of nowhere. So
You got a famous face, bro. You know
So-
what I mean? So to be honest, as soon as I see you, wherever I'm like, oh, that's my guy, you know. So I'll end up doing whatever I'm doing, and I'll go straight up to you. So it's your energy as well. The energy you bring is always very smiley. Every time I see you're smiling, so it's like it gives me good energy as well. It's just that's how it is, and then that's when you will know there's certain people that like you for no reason.
yeah.
Sometimes they're bothered by the way you are, by what you say, by what you do. That's a they problem, not a you problem. So it's, I always say let them do what they have to. Just stick to what you're doing and move forward.
100%. The other thing I don't like about certain people is the way they treat others. And what I mean is, if I'm friends with someone and they actively disrespect people that I'm friends with, I won't like their energy, I won't like them. And I'll always back the people that I'm close to.
Yeah.
And that's where it comes again to the interaction of, I'm not going to be a hypocrite and invite them because they've got, thousands of followers and they can get me views and likes and shares. That's not what this is about. It's not about me getting famous. It's not about me, taking the easy route up. This is just about doing what I love.
100%.
And I think it's the same for you. I don't think you're going to collab with someone that you don't like.
100%.
I don't think you're going to collab with, someone because they disrespected your friends.
Yeah, of course.
You're someone that's loyal to your friends as well.
Definitely, 100%. I feel like sometimes there's two opposite spectrums to that. So there's that side of it, but there's also the other side where you might not necessarily like the person for whatever reason. Yeah. But there's a common interest between you two, and there's something that can be done. That can be assessed as well. It's just because at the end of the day, you're trying to get somewhere. You've got a certain goal in mind, and if it's going to help both of you, you got to set aside them differences.
All right.
Sometimes.
Let me ask you this, and let's look at from this perspective.
Yeah.
Shakira and Karol G. The rumor is they don't like each other.
No way.
They have some unmentioned beef. I don't know what it is.
Okay, I didn't know that.
But they put out Te Quero Grande. I've not seen that song being performed by either of them, and it's a big song. Is it really worth
it? That's a good point.
Is it really worth it? They made up a big song. It went global. But yet none of them will perform it. None of them perform with each other.
I think I've seen them perform it though. I think I've seen them perform it.
Okay.
But then again, yeah. Like, let's say, for instance, that is the truth. Yeah. Because we don't know. It's speculation. But let's say, for instance, it is the truth. They're bringing the money in anyways.
Oh yeah.
Do you understand?
100%.
So through the financial aspect, yeah, I'll do it.
I'll do it.
Yeah, I'll do it. Like, yeah, if I'm gonna get, all these millions coming in, like it has to make sense. If it doesn't make sense, for instance, I also don't want to be in an environment where me or my team feel uncomfortable while we're we're sharing with the other team and we're trying to be in a room. That's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
That's not like that. I'm not gonna be in a place where everyone feels very uncomfortable, but we're just doing it for a certain reason, for the cause. That's a no-no. But if it was me personally with that person who maybe me and him have shared something in the past, which we probably might have, you know what I mean? Who knows? And everyone else is okay, I will try and set aside that kind of negative thing for the better purpose. Do you understand? So it's like, but that doesn't mean I'm going to work with anyone either.
100%. I think it's a difficult one. I think it is a difficult one. But in my castle, I just wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it because, number one, I feel like, okay, I'm using you for the clout,
Yeah.
which I have done in the past, and I don't feel great about it. And number two, I don't think it's the right thing to do, especially in this scene, in the creative scene, where we're gonna have a conversation, and I'm gonna be like, I hate you. I fucking hate you.
It sells, bro.
I'm talking to
You don't understand. It actually sells. The unfortunate thing is that these things actually sell.
Mm-hmm.
People like drama.
Yes, they do.
As
we've seen.
As we've seen.
Yes, we have seen it, and it has sold. And
bro, drama sells. It's not the best thing, but when it's done properly, it sells. Do you know what I mean? So it's like you really have to weigh up pros and cons. You know, bro, like just say, is this worth it or not?
Yeah.
Are we gonna do the right thing or not? But end of the day, just keep making music. That's my motto.
100%.
Moving forward, that's
100%.
That's all I have in mind. So
here's a question for you.
Yeah.
Who do you get on the best with in L&E?
Oh, like that.
And you can't say Esco.
You
can't say Esco because he's here and that's a cheat code.
I'm not gonna lie. My bro. Like it's but he's L&E though.
Yeah, but he's here. That's a cheat code. You can't.
No, but I probably, even if he wasn't here,
Yeah.
I probably would have picked Esco. I think it's just with Esco. I feel like me and him, we bonded quickly. Like it was from the hit. Like as soon as we met, it's always been like, and then all of a sudden we're going through this and we're going through that, and then we're both going through it, and then we're seeing the other side, even though we're not in the best position. But always, so like I said, it goes back to the whole. I've shared a lot with him to know. Okay, yeah, like we've been through it.
Yeah.
We've been through this. This is real. Like we're not doing it to benefit from each other. We're doing it because we're actually friends now.
Okay.
Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Now we have this common friendship. So I know if I blow, he's going to be good. If he blows, I'm going to be good. So it's like vice versa, whatever, however it works. But okay, if I was to exclude Esco, to be honest, I get along with everyone in L&E. It's a good vibe. It's a good bunch. I feel like
I've seen the posts.
I don't. It's a sticky one. I'm not gonna lie.
I've got a feeling I know.
Like for me, me and Da Vinci, we shared a long trajectory. It's been like he was literally one of the people that got me to start making music in uni. Cause he kind of saw what I was going through.
Oh, what? Did he go uni with you?
So what happened is, long story short, he was very good friends with one of the boys I was actually in the same class with, in uni class with. We started living together in the same house, and he would watch me try and record music by myself. And one day he walked in and said, "Do you know what, bro?" I said, "Yeah, what?" And he was like, "One day I'm gonna link you up with my best friend, and you lot are gonna make music together." I swear to you, shout out Carlitos, because if you're watching this, it's because of you. He literally told me what I was gonna be living. He kind of manifested it just by saying it. Bro, as soon as I met that intro, we hit it off straight away from the bounce. Like, it was just back and forward. And then when I went through that, I decided to start making music. So you see, all that time I had made music, I then stopped in uni. Okay. Like, this ain't for me. I'm not going to do this. I need to focus my life on something else. And then for the next year, I was kind of going through it. And then he was the one that started pulling me back in. He was like, "Bro, you need to make music. Like, you're good. If you weren't good, I'll tell you. That's fine. But you need to come back." So with him, I would say definitely Da Vinci is probably the person I get along with the most because of the time that we've shared. But I get along with everyone. I'm not gonna lie. That's what I love about the vibe. Shout out, and you know how we do in this.
You know what? I've got to give a big shout out to Da Vinci. I've known him, I think, longer than you actually.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Spanish school again. Those were the good vibes.
I never met Da Vinci in Spanish school.
Did you not?
No.
Oh, I knew him from
probably the one before that.
Primary school.
Okay.
Yeah, so I know his whole family. They're one of a kind family.
They are legends.
They're 100%. So I've known them for a long time. Me and his cousin didn't get along, and he messaged me year before. He was like, "Hey, Ryan, sorry for how I treated you."
Oh yeah. Like that, So at least he did it. At least he did it. You know what I'm saying?
I was a bit surprised when I got his message. Was like, "How the hell did you get my number?" But yeah, it's a different vibe now. I respect Da Vinci a lot. from when I knew him. Da Vinci wasn't making music at the time, I don't think.
No.
But
we were making music, but to like ourselves, we would write stuff, and then I would try and record it, and I didn't really know how to mix, so it'd be like, it wouldn't sound good, and I'd say to him, bro, why don't we sound like we're doing it right now?
Yeah.
And he's like, we need to learn. So it was just, it was a long process, but to get to where we are now, it's not.
But
you don't just jump into it. You know
you lot grew up 100%.
Yeah,
you lot are.
It's the team, bro. I promise you, it's the team. It's like, it goes back to, it's me and Da Vinci having that we know, we understand what our flows are and what type of content we want out there. But then we're also having Esco, like on the production side of things, like doing the beats, making everything sound clean. Yeah. Dino as well, getting in, making beats. So it's like a collective force that we have around us, which helps us, bro. Because if we're sitting there and say, for instance, you're stuck, you don't know what you're doing, like in terms of lyrics, I'll try and help. I'll be like, look, add this, add that. Same. So me and Da Vinci would help each other. Or even with Esco, this guy, I'm telling you, he's a musical genius. It's not just because it's like, no, I heard and he's managing me and stuff. Yeah. It's because genuinely I work with him a lot, and it's crazy. It's wonderful to be around people like that, because it inspires you. You know, it makes you want to keep going, and it's just, yeah, man. Honestly, it's amazing. It's the dream.
You know what I've always said, and it's since I've been in the Latin scene, is every single Latino that I've met has inspired me to carry on and sort of move into my dream. I'm not saying it because I'm Latino. I'm not saying it because I'm sat with Latinos or I'm in the Latin scene, but every Latino that I know is hardworking. From cleaners to musicians to podcasters.
They're go-getters, for sure.
As a Latino, you've got to be.
Yeah.
We don't get many opportunities.
But the opportunities are there.
They're there.
Do you understand? They're there, but we just got to go get them. That's the difference that we have.
100%. But what I'm saying is, as a Latino, when they come to the country, the first thing they think of is, tenemos que limpiar, tenemos que trabajar como locos para mantenernos.
Pues que verdad, bro. You have to.
And they do.
Yeah.
But there's opportunity there to exceed, and there's opportunities there to grab.
Yeah.
So, yo no quiero trabajar 9 to 5. And that's something that I've been telling myself for the last 3 years. I'm now in a position where I don't feel like soon I'll be working 9 to 5. I feel like I'm so close to that goal because I've gone to grab it. I've gone to go and get it.
Yeah. 100%.
If I look at my sister, she's a social worker, but her job is at home. And I've seen people work. My dad works from 2 a.m. till 6 p.m. He doesn't have to live that life.
Yeah.
He can easily get a 9 to 5 job because me and my sister were okay. We're independent.
Yeah, of course.
My mum.
It's the ambition as well, though. It's the want to have, to be able to say we can do these things. You know, if we don't work, you're not going to be able to have experiences. Unfortunately, that's just how life is.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like that helped me though. Growing up, being able to see my mum clean, my dad clean. Bro, I would go when I was 14 with my dad and my mum to go help them clean the offices. And I didn't understand at that point. What I was actually doing is I was actually supporting my dad to have like, because bro, he's been working all day. He's only taking me to his last job, like teenage hours, and then he's telling me, I need you to do this whole block of offices. And I'm like, what? So I'm thinking this is a lot, but I'm just like, cool, whatever. I get on with it. I start cleaning the tables, cleaning up. I see chocolates. I'll take a chocolate or two. You know what I mean? Carry on the flow. You know how we do. But ultimately, I didn't ask anything in return from him. I didn't say, yo, what are you going to pay me or anything like that. It was more, I understood, like, yo, this is what my dad's going through. Like, this is all day working. I come now and this guy's doing even more work. Like, I'm just like, it's mad. And I think it taught me, it gave me that drive and it made me understand I have to be better. I have to be able to evolve. I have to be able to show my family, we can grow. We can be bigger than what we are. It's not impossible. You just have to want it.
Yeah. You know what it was for me? When I started working in retail, I was like, this is what my dad was going through. Like, I didn't have hate for him because I loved my dad and I respect him a lot. But seeing my mum struggle with me, my condition, getting up for work. She was exhausted. And I used to be like, my dad isn't this guy how? Like,
He's never here,
like, I'm being sick and he's not getting up to help my mum. But I get it now. He was working non-stop, trying to provide for us. So you sort of see that correlation as you grow up, and they're like,
100%.
Okay, he was doing this.
100%.
And this is why he was not so much with me, because he was working and trying to make things happen for us.
Definitely. I agree, bro. I can agree with you so much, because I was the same. I used to look at my dad and be like, this guy's like, he could be doing more, like this and that. But it was only when I had my own kids. You see, like, there's one thing actually going through an experience and looking at it and saying, bro, I get what my dad's going through, but when you have your own children, bro, oh my God, that's when you actually realize, bro, like, how they feel maybe. Because right now you can't put yourself in their shoes because you don't have children.
Yeah.
Me, the fact, because that, you know, thank God that I had my children. My first son, he changed me, bro. He changed me straight away. I understood the love my parents had for me because of how I felt towards my son. And then it kind of reciprocated, and then that's when I started saying, yo, I need to change, like, I need to, and like, all these like mad things that I like doing and all these now stops, and gradually, once you start telling your mind, it becomes a habit, and then, but you forget all them things. You realise you don't need to be
100%.
certain ways.
To be fair, I did have a stepson at one point.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. But
mad.
Yeah, did you not know?
I didn't know that.
I thought you knew.
I didn't know that.
I thought you knew. Everyone knows. I had a stepson. Previous relationship. But I had to walk away. It just became... The way I see it is, it became so toxic. I didn't leave because of my stepson. And for me, it was never about loving her. It was never about separating from her. That was the issue. It was leaving the kids because I had such a love for him.
Yeah.
And I got to know him over 6 months. I was like really attached to him. I bought him presents daily. But there comes a point where you're just going to have to go, you know what, I'm going to walk away.
Yeah.
Because if I stay in this situation, I'm going to become someone that I don't want to be. And honestly, it's just not worth it.
No, 100%. It's important to know when to walk away as well. In any situation, just not romantically, just in any situation, you got to know when to say, you know what, that's it. And walk away. Sometimes, bro, walking away is the opportunity you're looking for, bro.
It's the healthiest thing to do.
Yeah, bro, because when, the saying goes, when one door closes, another one opens, bro. And that's, honestly, that's the reality of life. That's literally the complete reality of life. And yeah, bro, so you can appreciate what it's like, especially when you start, getting this love. Like, for me, I'll die for my children, right? And this is one of the main reasons why I'm doing what I do right now. To show them, if you have a dream, you gotta pursue it like no tomorrow. Like block everything out, channel vision, just tunnel vision it and just go straight. Channel what you want to be doing and just go straight ahead. So that's what we're gonna do. We've got a little music video coming out real soon as well. Real soon.
Is that only we were recording the other day?
Yeah. So basically, we've nearly finished the editing of the video. Yeah. So more than likely it's gonna be January now. We're gonna release it. Start of the year. Start strong. You know what I mean? Start getting something. But we've got a little surprise for everyone in December.
Oh damn!
So I'm gonna be surprising the audience with a little song that I have. So yeah. Stay tuned. You heard it here first on Confident Conversations. Gonna do the one. No, it's coming out soon.
Just so you know, this is coming out second week of Jan.
Lovely. Lovely. Perfect timing. Perfect timing.
Yeah, second week of Jan. I feel you know what? I feel more organised now. I feel like I'm starting to record in bulk, so I'm not sort of rushing to get episodes out. So I'm excited.
That's good. 2024 is ours, bro.
100%.
You know what I mean? It's ours.
100%.
It's what we have. It's what we have coming. A lot of projects coming out soon. A lot of videos. Yeah, a lot of content. It's a lot. It's everything falling into place. It's understanding when everything falls into place. Grab it and go full steam ahead. Don't lose on the opportunity. because you never know when you're going to get another opportunity for that.
Did you ever feel like when things weren't going? Let me rephrase that. So, have you ever felt like things weren't going your way, and you like change path and everything sort of clicks?
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like that all the time now. All the time, it's like I honestly try and follow my intuition as much as I can nowadays, as much as I can. If I start feeling a certain way around people, if I start thinking this is not for me, I'll literally try and divert another way as quickly as I can, because learning to walk away is always the hardest thing ever. Whether it's from a partner, whether it's from your family, whether it's even from your kids. You know, it's like it's walking away from them. Not, I don't mean like not actually being there for them, but I mean just not living with them anymore. It makes a massive difference, bro, because it's like you crash. You're no longer doing what you are accustomed to doing. Yeah. So then your life then kind of starts formulating a different way, and then bro, just honestly, yeah, man. For me, like life's been, now that I've learned to kind of walk away from certain things, life's got a lot better. 100. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's part of life, man. Letting go is part of life. So we've got to be able to handle this.
100%. And I'll tell you why I asked that. You remember I was meant to do a boxing event this year?
Oh yeah. Last year. And that got taken away from me. Doctor said that if I got hit in the wrong place, I'd become a vegetable. Effectively. So I stopped pursuing boxing. And we had discussed a lot of doing a podcast, creating a podcast. We spoke about it a lot last year. We did. We actually did.
But for me, it was never the right time. And I didn't feel like it was the time to do it until that boxing thing. I was just like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's just see what happens.
That's good. That's good, bro. Like, see, you took a negative and you turned it into a positive. That's life. That's life, bro. Grabbing all these negatives and saying, no, like, this is not an L yet. Watch. And then just flipping it. It's just yeah, no, that's. I'm proud of you, bro.
I'm proud of you for that,
because we did speak about this a lot, and sometimes conversations come and conversations go, and then nothing happens, just kind of fizzles out. But bro, you made it a reality. Like honestly, the studio you have here, bro. Honestly,
thank you,
banging,
thank you, 100%. Like we had discussed going into it together.
Yeah, we did.
At the time, I didn't feel like it was right. I didn't feel like it was the right move for me personally. And when I asked you, let's do it, you were like, yeah, we got to see because I've got work.
Yeah.
And it was going to be difficult to manage that between both of us and be like, let's get a date when we can both
100%.
Sort of work
and I respected that. I respected that. For me, I don't ever judge people on their decisions.
Yeah.
Never. And I respected it. And seeing you do it alone made me even more proud, because I kind of wanted you to do it with me so that it would make you more confident. Yeah. And then all of a sudden you started doing it, and I was like, you know what? He's got his wings. He can do this. And then it made me proud seeing you actually do it yourself, bro, and actually make it a reality. Honestly.
I think it was just a belief from a lot of people, if I'm honest. Like, not only you, but a couple of people said, "Fine, do the podcast.
Defo.
What's going on? Let's do the podcast."
100%.
And I'm like, no, I don't feel like it's right for me. I don't feel like it's the right move. I don't feel like it's the right time. But actually, there might not always be a right time.
There's no such thing as a right time, you know. The time is now. The time is now. And that's, I've always said it. I've always said it. There's opportunities come, opportunities go, but they don't come twice, bro. Sometimes you get that one opportunity to actually do what you want to do. And if you don't do it at that point, it's gone.
You think?
Yeah. I believe in that as well. I believe in that, you know, you can get a lot of opportunities in life, yeah, and there will be more, but maybe not that one. Do you understand? So that's why any opportunities I get, I always try and take them. Always.
Do you not believe that if the opportunity is for you, then it'll come back to you?
Yeah, well, I feel like what is for you will be for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I also think if an opportunity comes and you miss it, bro, there is someone else waiting with the same dreams, goals, aspirations, and maybe even more drive than you. That as soon as you give it to them, they'll take it and then they'll make something of it. So it's like It's learning to be able to maximize every opportunity you get. I do believe that what's for you is for you, regardless of what happens. You know, like, this was meant to be for you. This is all part of it. The same as me, like, I was meant to have the people around me right now. I was meant to be able to go forward. I'm meant to be able to come here and tell the people my story, speak to you. Like, I'm supposed to be here. I'm the chosen one. But yeah, definitely. I believe in that. I believe in that firmly. That, what's for you is for you. But opportunities come and opportunities go, bro. Definitely.
I think once you learn that what's for you is for you, the life you were meant to live, you've lived, you start to accept things.
Yeah.
So for me, I accepted my disability really early on. I accepted my condition, and I sort of said, you know what, I am different, whatever. I accepted the disadvantages. I accepted the advantages. But for me, I sort of realised now it was a lesson that I was sort of meant to experience. I was like, okay, maybe I was meant to have this to help other people.
Yeah.
Maybe I was meant to go through this so
100%.
I can tell people, look, yes, you got a disability, yes, you got suffering, but it's not the end of the world.
100%, bro. 100%, bro. And I love to hear that.
Mm-hmm.
I love to hear that, bro, because that's what I'm here for. Same, like, I feel exactly the same as you, bro. I'm here to help people do what they love most. I feel like that's what I'm here for.
Mm-hmm.
To spread the word, evolve, and just try and make everyone. Because anyone I'm around, whatever, I will always ask them. That I've been around people that I say to them, "What do you like doing?" And then they'll go, I'm like, bro, because all you talk to me about is work. But what do you enjoy doing? Now, what is it you enjoy? And then they're there for a good few minutes, just trying to figure out what they enjoy doing, because they're so accustomed to this rat race that we live in at the moment that they forget what their actual passions are. And then when they say to me, well, bro, I kind of like drawing, or I used to do a lot of music, I'll immediately say, well, then do that.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you do that? Why don't you pursue it? Like, when I don't mean go full steam ahead and go like me, like what I'm doing, but in your spare time, you know, when you have some time to yourself, gradually you start catching on, and you'll be like, you know what? Actually, I do enjoy this. Mm-hmm. And if it's not that, try new things. Bro, I love trying new things. I love it, bro. I'll go out there and we'll be doing some random things, but they're new things. Like the other day, I went out with my cousin and a friend that came from Switzerland, and we were throwing axes.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, I never thought that would be fun. But bro, that was fun. Just throwing these just axes at the wall, and at this like little point thing. And yeah, I was like, bro, I can kind of throw axes, you know. Like, if you give me an axe and you try to run, I will slam you with this axe. That's not the point though. But it's fun. It's like, it's trying new things. Like, for me, it's always, I like trying. And yeah, bro, I think that's the way forward.
100%.
Definitely.
100%. You just got to enjoy life. I actually made a post today, and I sort of said, you know what, I'm not going to kill myself anymore.
I saw that.
So recently I've had a shit time at work. I'm going to leave it at that. The people know who they are. And last year, I've just sort of thought to myself, you know what? I'm killing myself for no reason. I'm not enjoying my work. So why not just do my job and leave, and then just do what I love?
100%.
Rather than kill myself in a job and then do what I love and be like, you know what,
Might be too late at that point. It might be too late at that point. You don't know.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know unless you, like, if your instinct is telling you that, that's what you got to do.
Mm-hmm.
Because, bro, these jobs don't care about us, bro. Like, let's be honest. Like,
if
you were to die today,
they'll replace you.
They'll replace you within days, bro. The job post will go up. As soon as they realize, oh, he's actually gone. All right, job post up. Within 2-3 days of interviewing, your job's filled.
Mm-hmm.
And no one remembers you.
You're just another number.
So it's like, bro, I'm not here for that. I'm here to try and make something out of life, try and enjoy life to the maximum, and leave something creative for people to enjoy.
100%. I think that's what I realised during COVID, and that's why I started this journey. I said, if I don't start now, I'm never going to start. And
therefore, bro, and look at you now, bro. What episode is this?
This is season 2, episode 2.
Season 2, oh, that's crazy, bro.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
it feels like it was a blip, but it's been a while. It's been a while you've been doing it for now.
Yeah, it's been a couple of months now and enjoying it.
Lovely.
Big up Luke who are leading the project, and honestly, I don't think I'd be on season 2 at this point if it wasn't for him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he sort of said, "Han, look at the bigger picture. Look what you're doing. You're doing amazing things." And honestly, for me, I never had an end goal for this podcast. Never. He gave me a reason to find an end goal for this.
Okay.
Which we are working towards, and honestly, couldn't be more thankful to him. He saw a bigger picture before I did, and yeah, it's thanks to people's beliefs that I'm still doing it, and I'm still finding my way, but I'm enjoying it.
That's what it's about, bro. Therefore, and I'm glad you got me on, bro, so we could like
100%.
have a nice little conversation and actually be able to tell our story and our sides. I wanted to say as well that I personally feel that although, like, you know, like we said, we don't talk as often and we don't, but as soon as we see each other, it's like
it's a different
it's
vibe.
it's like we've never lost it. It's always there, and that for me that shows the true reality of how we are as friends. To me, bro, you're like gold because you're someone who's gone through so much, but yet always wants to help, always wants to be able to be there and support people. And I haven't seen this till now. I'm the first one, and I'll never forget this. But to me, bro, you're like gold, innit? And I can't get you gold, bro, now, but I will be able to get you gold at one point.
I appreciate
my broski.
that.
That's for you, yeah?
Appreciate that, bro.
Love, broski. I got you.
It's been a while since I've seen you as well.
I know, bro. Let's just say you remember me.
100%.
That's why I'm sweet. I'm sweet like chocolate.
100%. Expensive too. You're very expensive, to be fair.
But yeah, bro, I just
appreciate that, bro. 100%.
I got you, broski.
But yeah, we've been friends a long time, and I think that friendship is never gonna break.
No, definitely not, man.
Thing is, with us, after this podcast, like obviously we're gonna speak and we're gonna share this episode, but even if we don't speak for like another year or 6 months, that bromance, the brotherhood that we have,
100%.
That's always gonna be there, no matter what. Eleanor's always gonna be a part of you as well, and honestly, I'm proud of you, bro. Like seeing the person you've become is a massive transformation.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that because you've seen me. You've seen me at my wildest. I'm not gonna lie. Not a lot of people can say that, but yeah, you've seen me at my wildest, and I appreciate that, honestly, coming from you, bro, because I know you've been able to see like the difference and stuff.
Oh, 100%, bro.
So yeah, man.
I've seen your younger days. We're not going to talk about it again. We did it on the first live, which we're not going to do ever again.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a massive glow up you've had. You're doing big bits. I have seen you do big moves. I may not always comment or say things on your posts, but I'm always there. I'm always watching.
No, 100%, bro. I know.
Same with your sister. I've always seen her moves and her TikToks. I'm proud of her.
Yeah. My sister Marilyn.
Yeah.
She's active as well. She's active.
She's very active.
Big part, you know. Big part. I'm not gonna lie. My sister's one of the
bigger supporters you have.
Yes, but she's like one of the biggest supports in terms of being able to give me vision when I'm lost.
Okay.
She's there, like, when it comes to content, my sister, I thank God for my sister, I'm not gonna lie, bro. It's like, I tried to bring her in as much as I could because I knew she had something that she could add.
Yep. And,
bro, she's been doing it. I'm not gonna lie, shout out my sister Marilyn.
Might have to bring her on.
Yeah, definitely, bro, definitely, 100%.
I'm gonna tell you something that you might not know. I was meant to have her on an IG live this year, last year.
Yeah.
So 2022, things didn't really go our way. But she was one of the people that I wanted on. Because of her TikToks, her posts.
Yeah, of course.
I've always loved not the intro. Not the intro.
Hello, babies.
Hey, babies. But for me, it's like seeing a new scenery. And I think people enjoy that, seeing new places to go eat, new places to enjoy. I think that's something that not a lot of Latinos do anyway. I
tell her all the time, keep doing it. Obviously, you do need a certain amount of money as well to be able to go to all these restaurants. Unless you're doing it, you know, like as a promo and stuff like that. But I think she prefers to have the videos to herself. But therefore should be a good shot to have.
100%.
100%, bro. But anyways, thank you so much.
Thank you, bro, for coming
Thank you
on.
so much for having me, bro. Honestly, it's been an absolute pleasure.
It's all good.
And yeah, if we can take anything from this, strive for them goals. Don't ever stop. Don't ever let anyone tell you can't do what you want to do in life.
Pursue your passion.
Pursue that passion. Definitely 100%. Look, we are living people who are literally doing what we thought we weren't ever going to be able to do.
You got to remember, we didn't come from a rich family or
exactly
from people that could finance this. We're financing this ourselves.
Exactly. We're breaking them generational curses that we have already going down just by investing and spending this time here. Who knows who'll be watching this video in a few years' time? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so it's like, if you are, don't ever stop. Keep going for them goals. And yeah, man, thank you so much for having me.
Thank you, bro, for coming on. Much love.
Appreciate that.
Thank you.
My broski. We out.
Yeah, bro, that is it.